Mato Tipila just hits you in the throat, leaning strongly means very strongly towards Vishuddhi, almost like Shiva's throat. Anybody who lived around Mato Tipila cannot help activation of their Vishuddhi. This entire tradition of vision quest could have only happened because of this one dimension of Mato Tipila. They were medicine men who really enjoyed their Vishuddhi's power, that everybody is scared of them. There is Vishuddhi, their disembodied beings will naturally gather.
You guys want to walk up there now? There's like about 10 minutes up and 10 minutes back, and then we're going to be looking at the other side, and the sun be right on the rock.
Can drive that?
Yeah, I mean, but be careful with your motorcycle because it's a gravel road for like a half a mile. Oh, this is where to come at night too?
I have no scholarship about these Native American tribes, what they did, but feeling this Mato Tipila, I'm quite sure many of them sat in one place, gazed at the land, uttered the needed sounds and felt the lands that they've not been to. It is significant that being around Mato Tipila, these tribes, the plains tribes, acquired a certain possibility, and there is so much talk about handling the spirits, how to deal with the spirits, what to do beyond death. It almost sounds very parallel to the yogic culture in this dimension, because the power to handle the dead is only with those who have an active Vishuddhi. Well, the greatest example or the greatest manifestation of Vishuddhi, I cannot think of anybody other than Shiva himself.
That singular rock you sent photos of, I think you were there for a few days because over a couple of days you sent me photos from there.
Mato Tipila.
Mato Tipila.
Unfortunately, they call it Devil's Tower. It is a very unique volcanic formation. That something strange happened, it just came up and froze right there, it didn't flow over. It's magma. But the Native American people believe it's an ancient tree that was chopped off. It's like a massive tree. When you look at it, it definitely very much looks like a tree stump, you know? When trees are chopped, how it looks, it definitely looks like that, but a tree of that size would have gone up, 3,000 feet up into the sky probably, but that's not it. It's a volcanic formation, but incredibly powerful. I found some strange things about it, we spent some time in the night. I'll be talking about it in the next couple of days maybe, hopefully. So right now there's no time to sit and talk and record, so we're gathering everything that we can and we'll go sit somewhere and record. Now we are here at Mato Tipila, this fantastic formation of rock. A laccolithic intrusion, meaning it formed underground from the molten rock and became solid. Over a few million years, the surrounding sedimentary rock eroded away to display the tall core within. It is made up mostly of hexagonal columns. Visually, it's a sight to see. It was a real eye-opener for me. In many ways, the key to understand Native American spirituality, the source of it, what empowered them to know things for which there seems to be no other basis. But here stands Mato Tipila as a powerful presence of Vishuddhi, which unfortunately today people are calling it as Devil's Rock. In the entire North American continent, at least in United States and Canada, I would say, is probably the one most powerful space that you can see in this part of the world. It has a dimension. In the yogic dimension, we look at it as human body, the energetic body of the human being is like the cosmos. It has 114, energy points. Of these, 2 are outside the physical structure, rest are inside. So these 112 are made into 7 categories, which are generally in America known as 7 chakras and things like that. Of these 7, there is one in the throat region which is called as Vishuddhi. I would say for 99% of the people, this Vishuddhi remains in the seed form, it never sprouts because it is a power center. If you know something about Indian culture, the first yogi in India was called Adi Yogi, which means the first yogi, Actually, we have erected a 112 feet tall face, which is the largest face on the planet actually. I don't know if you've seen that, you can see that image in the thing, it's a 112 feet tall bust. Because he is the first yogi, to honor him, because he gave us the technologies for well-being, how to handle human well-being from within. So in this, he is also called a person who is powerful in his throat, and his throat is blue, and there's a snake around his throat, all this imagery. Why this is so is, this dimension we called Vishuddhi is one dimension which in the throat center needs maximum amount of skill and capability to evolve. What I saw, I was there on the full moon night in Mato Tipila. It was explosive dimension of Vishuddhi or the throat center. Anybody who has done any kind of a little bit of search with that energy around would naturally become an exploration of mysticism is very natural. Because this culture, the Native American culture, has not written down anything, everything is oral culture. Now if one person has realized something, unless he finds another person in the next generation to pass it on, it kind of gets lost. Which is also a good thing in a certain way, because written down distortions will happen. But when the entire culture went through an upheaval for generations of people, maybe 10 to 20 generations went through a whole upheaval, that culture could have been broken. But even now I'm saying, especially Tab, you are a singer, you must spend minimum 3 days at this Mato Tipila, especially on the full moon night. I'm telling you, you will realize something tremendously powerful. Anybody who realizes or opens up the throat center, their ability to connect with life. I'm saying when I say connect with life, you can touch beyond your physical reach, literally touch. So, this dimension of life is very, very rare. There are various centers in the world which activates different dimensions, but the throat center being this powerful is hardly 2-3 places in the entire globe, I'm telling you.